Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gino and Amanda with a new episode on real estate. We've been celebration. I don't know which one's the clap, but we'll figure. We'll hope that was the clap, right? So we're back. We haven't been making that many videos. Luckily, we got busy with real estate, which is always great news. But we talked the other day. We're like, hey, look, we got to catch up. Some of the people like our videos. Not many, not yet, but some people do. And so we were like, let's start making videos. Let's commit to making fantastic videos.
Let's entertain our audience.
Let's entertain our audience. That's what we're here for, right? We're just puppets, entertainment,
here to just, amuse
We're here to please. We have nothing better to do. Okay, we're here to please and try to teach a little bit of our perspective when it comes to certain aspects of real estate. Remember, there's other sources you can go to, like books that are very specific and detailed. We're just gonna give you a little summary overview and make it a little fun, hopefully for you guys. All right, so let's start with what we're talking about. It's the inspection.
Very important. As you go under contract, the first thing that's gonna happen after your escrow, your earnest money deposit, is going to be your inspection period.
Is it mandatory to get an inspection period?
It's not mandatory, but it's highly recommended.
Okay.
So
why do you say that?
Because it's like buying a car. You're gonna get the Carfax. It's pretty much just saying, I'm buying my house. It's a huge investment for me, and I want to inspect any bad things that can possibly be wrong with the house. Even if it's a newer home, don't skip out on it. Yeah. At least from our perspective, your realtor might tell you something different, but in our perspective, $300 isn't gonna ruin, just to be sure.
Yeah, I feel like an inspection, like you said, it's a big investment. Some people don't get a Carfax and on their cars, and then they break down in the middle of nowhere. A house is pretty much the same, because in the middle of the year, you could get some type of leak or mold that you could have foreseen in the future by getting an inspection. We had a client say, look, do I really need an inspection? I want to save $500. Yeah. And Amanda said, you are spending about 500 grand on buying a house. $600 seems legit. It's like the logical thing to do to protect $500,000.
Even if the HOA does cover the full house.
Even new constructions, people get inspections. And you would think a new construction is perfect. There might be that one day where a job didn't get complete to 100%. Everyone is human. Not everyone is perfect 100% of the time. Okay, we're definitely not. I'm barely 50% most of the time. But it happens. Human error happens. And I feel like an inspection is just checking those little things that day, maybe your house was that day that they missed something, they catch it and you can fix it. And even better, because if it's a new construction, they won't have a problem fixing it.
Prime example was one of our last pre-constructions. During the final walkthrough, there was no dryer vent or the exhaust to connect the dryer. So you're getting prepped, you got your washer and dryer, and then it wasn't put in. So what if you have no other place to do laundry and then you're stuck going to the coin laundry? It's just a headache that was prevented because little things that to look out for.
That's crazy. You guys are gonna notice our cool little background. We changed it up a little bit. I hope you guys like it. We're trying to give it a little bit more character. You see on Amanda's side, she has all of her yogi stones. And on my side, I have some, crystals, whatever. Crystals are stones.
I love that verbiage though.
Crystals
yogi
are stones.
I've never heard that.
Well, trademark.
TM.
Now, my side, I have some of my lenses. If you're a lens freak and a GoPro up there, I don't know if they could hear me, a GoPro up there. And then I have the big bad boy that I just got, the 1635G Master. You have any questions? I'm learning a lot fast. So ask me about tech stuff.
Hearing him say
Go to my page, Gino Santa Barbara.
Hearing him say the words.
Plug?
Yeah, I like that.
Plug yourself. Hurry up. Plug yourself.
Plug yourself.
Hippie nurse?
Hearing him say, oh yeah, contact me for more yogi stones.
Yeah, there you go.
Hippie nurse.
There you go. Okay, yes. Back to the advertisement. All right. So we left out with the pre-construction, right? The pre-construction. What's the next thing we should know about inspection? That's probably an important thing that we should, acknowledge or make sure we do when going to an inspection.
Upfront cost. This is something that doesn't go onto your closing costs at the end of the transaction. And depending on the company, it can range, or the size of the home, it can range anywhere between, let's say, $350 to, let's say, $700, depending on, size of the home, if you need certain things done, like a termite inspection, or if you're getting a house with a seawall, they'll be checking that stuff out too.
Cool. So I want to talk about something I like. I'm a big negotiator. I'm really big. That's the fun part for me in real estate. I love negotiating and getting deals done. I don't know, as a salesman in me and the retail experience, one of the things that Amanda taught me was the grace period is something that you can use to add to your offer to spice it up. Offers back then were ranging when you started, what were the days that they gave you for inspection period?
Standard to the contract, which if you leave it blank, it's 15 days inspection period.
Got it. 15 days is a long time. It takes 30 days to close.
Yes.
Technically, usually takes 30 days. So imagine 15 days, you're 15 days in. 15 days your house has been off the market. A lot of things could have happened in that time. And then let's say they're the 15 day, they're like, hey, you know, I saw something inspection I don't like, I'm pulling out.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is crazy.
Usually that's when you get into that negotiation of give me a credit for this, give me a credit for that. A big factor is little things that are game changers like polybutylene pipes. So to try to get insurance for that is hard.
Polybutylene, right?
Polybutylene. Also like age of the roof. If it's hard to get insurance and let's say the seller's being, difficult or not cooperating and trying to give a certain type of credit for that, then the buyers can back out and they lose the price of their inspection, but they're able to just get their earnest money deposit back.
Cool. So the reason I like it, I mean, we don't do 15 days now. So the reason I like it because sometimes the buyer doesn't really have, this is going from the buyer side. Sometimes the buyer doesn't have overappraisal or, just asking, or they can't go over asking. So the only difference that could change us from another offer that looks better is the day period, right? So I usually like to give them 5 days.
Yeah.
And we have the inspection company that you said that next day they're already there doing the inspection, and it doesn't waste anyone's time. The seller has, we want to back out, we'll back out that day. It's just better for everyone, and sellers love that, right? So we recommend if you have a realtor or you're thinking about buying a house,
shorten that inspection
period.
And it still gives you that time frame to do your due diligence, to make you feel comfortable about buying the house. So definitely yes, don't miss out on it because you're trying to do 15 days. You don't need that long. It gets done very quick.
So let's talk about inspectors. How do we find a good inspector? How do we know it's a good inspector? Is there any tips that we can give to people out there watching that can help them out in the search?
So definitely you want to go with somebody that has really good reviews, or somebody that your realtor has used beforehand, or any type of reference, like if you have a really good friend who uses a good company. But definitely if your realtor has used them in the past, it's because they've done the right things. They've looked out for certain things too. So definitely look out for that. Make sure they're certified and make sure they're giving fair pricing.
I would add 2 things. Social media.
Yes.
Social media is something that we have available to us. Who has real comments, real reviews, you can look at that route, but also trial and error. You're not gonna know until you try it. A lot of people, like I told Amanda, when I was in retail, we would take 30, 60, 90 days to get rid of an issue, right? An opportunity that could improve. With this business, we can cut it right after.
Yeah.
I can just not call you back right after and be gone with you. We're not going to repeat that headache over again.
Yeah.
We're not tied up to you in any way. For the realtors out there, if you want to try something, just try them out. We always try to be there, right?
Yeah, because that's like a finicky time. That's when you want to make sure that everything kind of gets caught. That's when you want to make sure that everything that was on the inspection kind of correlates to how the house looks, which it obviously usually does.
Yeah.
But you want to be there for the buyer too. Like sometimes the buyers aren't able to be there, so that's kind of like you being there, like, hey, I'm being supportive for you. I'm here for your inspection.
Yeah, and we have experience, so we can look at certain things that we already know, because the inspectors that we work with, they teach you stuff, and they're not afraid to talk about it, and they'll tell you, look, Gino, this is like this, and this is like that, or that's like this. And to me, that goes a far way to Amanda as well. That's why we still work with them.
Their tips are very helpful and very honest, especially to like a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, so shout out to those people. We're gonna keep them, right?
We're gonna keep
after a couple deals.
After a few companies we've worked with, they've been the best.
So we're gonna keep riding with them. We're gonna keep riding with them. So overall, I think we've covered everything. I guess we could go down the list of the bullet points we had. Yeah. We had the grace period. We covered costs. We covered the costs, right? Yeah. Costs. I think we covered that pretty well. Contact. Who to call. We just finished telling you. We know we made you wait till the end. That's part of our strategy. What can go wrong? We mentioned that mold, leaks, polybutylene pipes, exactly.
Termites.
Examples. You made some great examples, Amanda. Great job with the examples. And can you pull out? of inspections? Don't get dirty out there. Pull out. Can you pull out of inspection periods? Can you?
Yes, you can pull out of the home throughout the inspection period and get your refunds back if you have that pesky seller that isn't trying to work with you. Even though it's still an as-is purchase, if the costs are going to be too costly for you, don't feel like, oh, I'm trapped in this now because I'm under contract and now I'm stuck with this roof that needs to be repaired, these plumbing issues, this mold issue. No, definitely if it doesn't fit your budget, that's why you have that grace period to back out. Just make sure you follow that period like the right way. It's usually calendar days and not business days. So make sure you're savvy about what you signed on your contract.
So this question we didn't have in what we were going to say, but what happens after the inspection period is over? Can I pull out then?
So based on your contract, whatever you sign, just make sure you fully understand what you're signing. Usually for most as-is contracts, after your inspection period, if you have a financing contingency, that's the only time you can back out and keep your deposit.
Make sure you have your realtor read the contract to you. If you have any questions, make sure you're clear. Ask questions. That's what we recommend. Ask questions. There's no dumb question. I know they said that in school. I'd rather you ask now than later after the grace period. You're coming at me and saying, yo, what happened? Why is this going on? Ask me a million questions. Okay. So I think we'll leave it at that. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Inspection period, inspection in general. We will make some more videos. If you guys have any ideas or stuff that you want us to, talk about, let us know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Amanda, anything else you want to say?
Nothing much. Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flippity flop. Peace out. Bye.